The Toronto Regional Real Estate Board is forecasting a 12.4% increase in home sales for 2025. TRREB expects the average selling price to reach nearly $1.15 million, up 2.6% compared to last year, with stronger price growth for single-family homes. So for more on this, let's bring in Jason Mercer, Chief Market Analyst at the Toronto Region Real Estate Board. Jason, thanks for coming in on this snowy morning. Glad you made it. So let's talk about this. 2025, it looks like the housing market is well supplied with the key Bank of Canada interest rate at 3%. This should keep things relatively at the rate of inflation, right?
Yeah, if you look at one side of the equation, we're starting to see interest rates trend lower, obviously, as we move through 2024, and that's expected to continue into the spring. But our polling suggested that, for the majority of buyers that are on the sidelines right now, they need to see another, say, 100 basis points in interest rate cuts before, purchasing that home is affordable. So by the time we hit mid-year, we'll be seeing some of that. On the flip side of the equation, of course, there's a little bit of uncertainty in the marketplace right now, just around, are we going to see some sort of trade dispute with the United States, and how might that impact the labor market, et cetera. And so it's sort of a balancing act, I think, over the next 2 or 3 months. But on net, we do expect to see a moderate increase in sales. And you're right, there's quite a bit of supply in the marketplace right now. So even as the market starts to pick up, there'll be lots of negotiating power that the buyers will be able to take advantage of.
Yeah, so let's go back to that threat of this tariff trade war we have with the United States. How might that destabilize things, you think?
Well, if you're thinking about purchasing a home, the majority of Canadians, and certainly people living in the GTA, are doing so through the use of a mortgage. So you got to be confident that you're going to have that ability to pay for that home over the long term, make those monthly payments. And so if you're sort of in a job that's focused on exports of goods or services to the United States, that might give you pause right now, given that, obviously we got a 30-day reprieve. But, I think people are going to be taking a bit of a wait-and-see attitude to see if there's a bit more of a firm resolution to this.
Yeah, absolutely. And looking at the condo market, how is that looking compared to, townhomes or single-family homes?
Yeah, so certainly the condo segment is the best supplied. We've seen a lot of listings over the last year or so, and that should benefit first-time buyers that would look to take advantage of lower borrowing costs as we move through the spring, because they will have that negotiating power. So a bit of a positive double whammy, if you will: lower borrowing costs, lower monthly payments, and able to negotiate a better purchasing price.
Okay, and there's also some pretty revealing data through this Ipsos polling survey that was done, saying that of those surveyed, 42% will be first-time home buyers, and there is incentive for people buying a home for the first time and for those buying those new constructions, right?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, first-time buyers are sort of the growth category in the marketplace. So, anytime you see would-be home buyers looking to take advantage of lower borrowing costs and changes to government programs, I mean, that's obviously a good thing for the housing market as a whole. And you're seeing a lot of people who are saying, look, at my rent can't go up even a dollar before I'm going to think about making that home purchase, just because it makes economic sense to do so.
Of course, housing supply and the available places to rent, that's always an issue. We heard from Mayor Olivia Chow just a few days ago saying that there's a motion being put forward to build for people to turn their units into sixplexes. Do you think this would kind of alleviate some of the things we're seeing in the GTA housing market?
Well, I think generally speaking at TRREB, we've been certainly promoting a greater diversity of home types coming online, whether we're talking about the ownership market or the rental market. So certainly in existing neighborhoods, if we had the opportunity to bring in more plexes and stacked towns and that type of thing to sort of bridge that gap between, say, condominium apartments and traditional single-family homes, I think it makes a lot of sense.
Okay, Jason, thank you so much for your insight and analysis. It's always a pleasure to have you.
You're welcome.
Jason Mercer, Chief Market Analyst with TRREB.